Pittsburgh Foundation is a community foundation. By that I mean its source of funds come from many people in the community. As you look out on this region, it's hard to imagine any sector, nonprofit sector, in which donors and the funds of the Pittsburgh Foundation have not been applied.
From the beginning, the Pittsburgh Foundation has focused a lot on vulnerable populations, on those parts of the population that might not get as much opportunity, might not get as many resources as a lot of the rest of the community.
Pittsburghers are very loyal people who want to give something back to a community that's meant a great deal to them. It was a banker from Cleveland, a man by the name of Ames Coney, and he organized a group of local business leaders, including Jack Hines, to help start the Pittsburgh Foundation.
So it was beginning to bring people together around civic issues. Didn't have enough money then to make them work, but it had enough that when you rang the bell, people came and sat down and discussed things.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
Pittsburgh was a very hopeful place. People were pointing with great pride to the achievements at the Point, the Gateway complex. You had the feeling even back then, this has to continue. Whole new programs were created, new agencies were developed. And the foundations then, and particularly this foundation, because of our breadth of engagement as a community foundation, were asked to do piloting efforts.
We anticipated a cutback in the funds that flowed from the federal government to certain areas of our social structure. We didn't want to wait to get hit in the face before we responded to what was going to happen. But rather than try to lead them, we tried to train leaders.
We formed something called the Mon Valley Initiative to address the problems of these struggling communities and to help with capacity building at the grassroots and community level, to help communities coalesce and come around to feel that they can make an impact on the much needed changes in their communities, whether it be education or housing or the needs of families and children.
There are a lot of programs to help people continue to deal with the lack of employment, the lack of opportunity. But there was also a lot of work beginning to be done then by the Pittsburgh Foundation to conceive what the next Renaissance would be.
We have raised new money over the last period well over $100 million. We actually, in this last year, have launched a strategic effort to triple the size of the giving of the Pittsburgh Foundation in the decade ahead.
And the Pittsburgh Foundation appears to have scored a coup by luring William Trueheart to Pittsburgh. He is soon to become the Pittsburgh Foundation's new president. The Community Foundation is the 11th largest of its kind nationwide, with assets of about $500 million.
The foundation will now focus more on 5 specific areas: education, children and youth, health, economic development, and advancing the arts. The foundation says the change will have a greater impact in the community.
The school system is in crisis, and we are here today because we want to put a call to the community and ask that the leaders in this community join with us to create a solution.
It's a new world. It used to be the people in the establishment knew what good they wanted to do, and we offered it. And now we try to work with them so that we know what they really hope to get from us.
My mother was Frida Shapira. Her lifelong passion was right in keeping with what has been the many-year focus of the Pittsburgh Foundation, which is the broad welfare of Pittsburgh, with special attention to the underserved.
That was at the very beginning of our work in 1945. It's at the center of our work today. What's changed is the conception of what the Pittsburgh Foundation is and how it fits into the larger community. And the donor's really the asset at the center of everything.
The Pittsburgh Foundation has been really wonderful in introducing me to the nonprofit community and facilitating my relationships with various nonprofits. With the help of the foundation, we're hoping to have many more generations advise on the fund in the future.
When we have the opportunity to engage donors in a conversation about what the real needs are in the community or what the real opportunities are, we can provide access to, knowledge about, and impact on the community that people here care about. Every one of us, when we joined here, was handed a baton and asked to carry it forward. The place we love still has needs vastly outstripping our ability to respond. This billion of ours, it is just a number after all. One day it will come our turn to hand the baton on, and others will carry it to new heights, to new numbers, to make a difference.
The Center for Philanthropy brings everybody together around the important issues and opportunities in the community.
We can help them be a better donor. We can help them be better informed.
The Center for Philanthropy is the centrum for the work of 100% Pittsburgh. That 100% of the people get the resources, get the opportunity, get what they need to participate in this exciting new community.
It's the Community Foundation that is really centrally positioned to look at this and to partner with the many entities, both government and nonprofit, to help bring all of Pittsburgh along. I want to help the next generation of philanthropists. I want them to be players in their community. I am inspired by the performance of the foundation and the city in these years. I would like us to shout it from the rooftops.
We're closing in on $1.2 billion in assets. And I think the Pittsburgh Foundation will continue to grow, being creative, being bold, being entrepreneurial, taking chances. That's the kind of institution we'll be.